I had a girlfriend and she had an older brother. He was the eldest in the family, and their father, before he became a father, their dad really wanted to become a DJ. He was pretty good, he was passionate about music, and everyone in the city at the time knew him. It was like a joke in the family that the father didn't make it to the league. The father didn't become a professional DJ because of the firstborn son. Now, imagine the pressure of that poor child. The father wasn't even successful. He could have been. Now that child has to live up to the successful dream that the father didn't even pursue. What's crazier is that the child is chasing nothing. The father wasn't actually successful for the child to have like a level to go beyond. The child is chasing his father's what if, his father's what could have been. He's not chasing anything real apart from his father's guilt. I didn't realize how much that story would impact me until 10 years later. At the shopping center in the coffee shop where I was working, I saw the brother and his friends coming down from the escalators, ready for a night out. It wasn't until 10 years later from hearing the story of the father wanting to become a DJ, I realized how selfish is that father to blame your son for you not pursuing your dream. Are we gonna end up like that, settling for less in life, not chasing our dreams, and then when we run out of time, we blame our kids, our wife, the economy, that we failed? 2 months ago, I quit the coffee shop. I left Starbucks. Somehow in those 2 months, I managed to pay for Valentine's Day and my girl's birthday, and now I'm running dry of money. In my 2 months of not having a job, I have flowed so well in my creative work. I have done more in the first 2 months of 2024 than my entire 2023. Deep it, I did more in 2 months than the whole year last year. I have been able to go deep in my work because I have had 7 days of the week to focus entirely on my creative work. That level of freedom, knowing that I don't have to put on a hat and clock in for a paycheck, has been so fulfilling. I didn't expect to become a millionaire in these 2 months that I've not had a job. The money I have is running low, meaning my brain is now in survival mode. How am I gonna pay for groceries next week? How am I gonna pay for my girl to Uber to my house? How am I gonna pay for the weed? Because I'm in survival mode right now, that means my creative work is gonna be less, because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about bills. And that energy I'm using to think about needing money, that is simply energy that I'm not using for my creative work. I have used the 2 months that I haven't been working to build the foundation of my business, which means it's easier for me to find out which step I need to do and get it done, instead of my old method of mindlessly watching YouTube videos and waiting for inspiration to hit, which would just leave me confused and have me spend my day consuming and not doing the thing. I have now applied to online jobs. Because money is tight, this is where my broke brain comes in with the doubts. Why did I leave such a comfy job like Starbucks? It was so easy. The scary part of leaving your job to do something more is me right now. Is a lot of uncertainty. I wish I can tell you that I'll be a millionaire by next week and I know exactly what to do and how this is gonna fall into place, but I can't guarantee that. Yes, it is scary right now. It's also quite exciting. It's a mixed emotions right now, but it's quite exciting. Because yes, Starbucks is easy and I know what to do. I know how to clean the toilets and what coffee to make. But that's exactly why I wasn't fulfilled at that job. It was so easy. It was not challenging. Whereas I don't know when my next money is coming in. Yeah, it's a fun feeling. It feels like I've just been placed in the middle of a forest. Don't know where I am. Don't know what my location is. No food, no clothes, no tools. It feels a bit like that, if I'm being honest. But right now, it is uncertain. But more now than ever is the time where I must stand with my choice and remember the reason why I left in the first place. For most of my life, up until recently, I was a nice guy. I was a people pleaser, putting others' needs before mine to a detriment. So I became selfish. I didn't want to just chase a paycheck anymore. I wanted to try something new. I wanted to make money in a way that didn't make me hate myself. To make money that benefits my lifestyle, not make it worse. Because I realized I was able to clock in for a job that gives me mental health problems. But when it came to my goals, I would always wait it off until tomorrow. Towards the end of my coffee shop career, I took the Uber or the bus to work. What I'm about to say next is going to sound privileged and entitled. I ask myself, after a long day's work, why am I on a bus? Why was I on a bus? I saw myself getting frustrated and I saw myself being better than the bus. I believe myself to be a person that shouldn't have to take the bus. Like I was beyond the bus. I was better than taking the bus. Is this toxic? You tell me. You're woke. But I was not happy with the simple fact that I had to take a bus every day to work. Poor me. Yes, poor me. Oh no. If I found my work fulfilling, then maybe I wouldn't mind taking the bus. But I was serving small talk and coffee to people I didn't even care about. Another day that I am settling for less in life is another day that I can't get back. In the book, The Millionaire Fastlane, there is a way that you can check if the thing you're doing is able to make you millions. And the way to check if the path you're on is able to make you millions is with sense. CENTS. Control, entry, need, time, and scale. These are the 5 things that determines if the path you are on is able to make you millions. I'm going to run through my life right now through this framework, and then you take whichever piece helps you in your life, because I'm just a YouTube video. This is your journey we're talking about. Control, entry, need, time, and scale. So with Starbucks, working in the coffee shop, control. I can't change the price or the flavor of the coffee we sell, and I can't change the time we close and open. And I know that might sound stupid because, well, of course I can't change any of those things because I work in the shopping center and the coffee shop. Like, of course I can't change it. That's exactly the point. That's exactly why working at the coffee shop was not going to make me a millionaire. The people who control the time, the coffee, the flavor, the menu of Starbucks, that is who is making millions. Entry. Entry is how easy is it for someone to do that thing. Anyone can apply for this job and have a great chance. Need. Is there a need for your business, for your product, for your thing? When I left Starbucks, do you think they had any issue replacing me? Again, anyone can hire for this job and have a great chance at it. Time. How much time can I actually make money? So in the coffee shop, I can only work within a day within my shift. So after my 8-hour shift, I couldn't earn any more money. Compare that to an online store where it can be open all day and you don't have to be there. Scale. How many people can I reach? I can only serve coffee to the people in the immediate space in the city. Simply put, I can't sell coffee to the city next door. And with the framework, I realized that my opportunity in the coffee shop is limited. And that's given me the clarity to set some things up online. So here is what I've set up when it comes to making money online. I have 3 things, and this one thing is the main one. This one thing is YouTube. So when it comes to YouTube and making money, I make YouTube videos, and the YouTube videos is how my customers will find me. And I do that by making videos my customers would watch. So when my customers get to my YouTube video, this is where I have to manipulate them into liking me. I do that by being vulnerable, by telling stories about my childhood, and then not just telling any stories, but stories that they would relate to, and then, you know, make me like me more, and then buy my stuff. So from there, on my YouTube videos, they like me because they can relate to me. And then in the YouTube description, that's where I have the links where they can buy my stuff. All of that is in place where technically they're able to get me money. But where I've been lacking is that even though everything's in place, I have not convinced someone to give me money. I haven't convinced anyone to say yes to me yet. So I have built the foundation of my YouTube channel. And what that means is now I have a structure in place where it's less effort for me to upload a video. So now that I have solved the problem of not having a process in place, now that I have sorted this out, my new problem is not having the money. Again, my brain is in survival mode. The energy that I'm using regarding, I really need to make money. Make money now. That energy lowers my creativity because now I'm thinking about, how am I going to pay for my editing software? So the new problem is cash flow. But I don't want to do it in a real life job. I want it to be all online for the simple fact that I just don't want to commute. I've been a nice guy all my life, but recently I realized that I can actually take control of my life and have values and standards that benefit me and not lower my self-esteem, my self-image, and my self-worth. So this week I've applied for 2 things: English tutor, I'll be teaching kids English, and then a sales job. Both online, things I can do in my bedroom, on my laptop. Again, I'm not settling for just any job. I wouldn't do online admin, for example. With English tutoring and sales, these things help me with the main thing, with YouTube, with storytelling, with communication. I've only applied to tutoring and sales job. I hope I get it. I'm excited for tutoring because with English, imagine, for something as complex as teaching a language, I'm able to break down something so big into something small and simple. That is such a good skill to have because when it comes to these life-changing things, they're normally quite complex, but you got to break it down to someone simple and in a way that they're able to take on without being overwhelmed. I can also imagine teaching a kid a skill like English, teaching them, and then their faces light up. Like, that would just feel not like work whatsoever. That would be so fulfilling. So now let's try the millionaire framework for my online stuff. So how does my online stuff help with control, entry, need, time, and scale to become a millionaire? With control, for these online stuff, I don't need to commute. I've already showed you how much of a princess I was by being on the bus. That right now, in this point of my life, is just something I just want to get rid of. Commuting. Not only commuting, but also the ability just to work anywhere. By me not commuting, that is less money that I need, which means less time that I need to work. That is so simple, but it's so overlooked. The fact that I don't have to commute means I don't have to work 40 hours a month. I save myself 40 hours a month just by not commuting. With the control of online, I'm able to upload as much as I want. I get to choose the flavors, the menu, the price for my videos. I get to choose who I'm making these videos for. That's so big because if I want to do something for a long time, and the money is in the long term, as opposed to trying out a business and then skipping to another business because I'm bored, and skipping to another business because I don't really care about the people I'm helping with. This is important because I care about the people I am helping, the people I'm making videos for. At the coffee shop, the 200, 300 people that I talk to, I didn't care about most of them. But with you, for someone who has similar pains as I've grown up with, the person who's had similar childhood traumas to me, who's had the same pains as I have as a young man in the modern world, and the fact that I can tell my cute stories in my cute way, and somehow that will help you save years of your life, which means maybe you don't hit your wife. Yeah, I'm really glad that I get to choose who I'm helping. Entry. How easy is it for someone to upload videos on YouTube? Super easy. Anyone can upload videos to YouTube, right? Most people have the laptop to be able to work online, but it's the belief. Even though we see young millionaires on TikTok all the time driving Ferraris, but they still can't believe that money can be made online and for a long time as well. It's easy to upload videos on YouTube, but to become great is how much work I put in, and that's up to me. My promotion is not up to my boss's boss. It's up to me. Need. Is there a need for more influencers? Is there a need for more YouTubers? That's something I've been hearing quite a lot about. But the question is not if we need more influencers, but have a look around you, on the bus, on the train, in class. Everyone is on social media consuming. So it's not the question of, if we need more influencers. It's the question of, is there a need to help other people? Yeah, there is. Especially in young men. Do you think the video game industry is going to be any less distracting? OnlyFans is just the beginning. OnlyFans is only 2D. Deeper is only 2 dimensions. They haven't even came out with a 4-dimensional stuff yet. The lack of purpose in young men's life. You don't need to run a survey. You don't need to read an article. Just ask any young men. They don't know what to do with their lives. How does time play a role with my online stuff in becoming a millionaire? I love the idea that I can make a video once and that video can make me money while I'm sleeping. I set my schedule and I don't have to worry about waiting for a boss's boss to perhaps maybe potentially approve my holiday. Scale. This is where the internet is overpowered. I upload a video once that can be watched millions of times. So with anything you do, check if it aligns with the millionaire framework. Even if you don't want to be a millionaire, these frameworks here will give you the freedom and takes away the stuff that's kind of crap about a job. What do your parents complain about with their jobs? The fact that their time is not actually their time, that they have to get called into work when they don't want to, that they have to get called into work when they'd rather be with their kids. All of those things that are crap about a normal job because of lack of freedom can be avoided with the framework of, is it going to make me millions? Even if you don't want to become a millionaire. Now, if you don't want to become a millionaire, let's be real, bro. You want to become a millionaire. You just have low self-image. Now, it's not just the material gains that comes from becoming a millionaire, but it's the freedom, the choice. The thing we're really chasing for is not the millions. It's the ability to do what you want whenever you want. Let's make the most out of this life so we don't have regrets and blame our wife and kids for us not having our dreams. I've built the foundation of my business using the time of my job. The focus for me now is my cash flow, clearing my mental space, calming my mind with money, meaning I don't have to worry about money. So I maximize for creativity. Love.